What's up, guys, and welcome back to Beyond the Void Horror Podcast. My name is Alex, and today we're going to be talking about a spoiler-free review of a movie that just came out on VOD called Relic. Now, Relic is not the movie from the 90s about the killer monster going around killing everything. No, this is a very different movie. This is the debut film of Natalie Erica James, and kudos, Natalie. The story of this movie is about a mother, a daughter, and a grandmother. The grandmother is dealing with a form of dementia that is sort of terrorizing her and the family and embraces everyone in sort of a kind of supernatural feeling movie with a horror bow on it, although it is a metaphorical kind of movie. And I will add, this is going to be a difficult movie to talk about without spoiling a little bit about it, but most of what I would have to say has already been spoiled in the synopsis. So if you're okay with that, let's move forward. So first off, let me get this out of the way. Did I like the movie or not? This is for you guys out there that don't like when I dig into movies and kind of try to express my feelings, which I get really into. So I liked it. I thought it was really good, but it's a slow burn, and it's not going to be for everybody. The story had a lot of really creepy moments that I felt were very unsettling, and it only gets more unsettling as the movie unfolds. You find out more and more about this dementia, and it takes it to a new level. The metaphor becomes a very physical embodiment of the movie and takes you there, which I think is a really good thing. It will take a while to get to the third act, which is by far the best part of the movie. So if you cannot wait that long, I will totally understand. Maybe slow burns are just not your thing. It's fair, because I mean, I was struggling a little bit in the beginning, or in the second act, I should say. But I genuinely enjoyed the film. I was a little bit hesitant at first, but when the third act finally rolled out and showed its fucking scary, deteriorating, ugly, unsettling self, I was all on board. Was curious because I knew this movie was going to be somewhat, divide people on whether or not they would like it. This is a movie that is kind of reminiscent of The Taking of Deborah Logan, but a little bit different. That is a great movie. I enjoy that movie, and it's coming out soon. Deborah Logan is more about Deborah Logan, whereas this movie is kind of more focused on not only the Deborah Logan type character, but the grandmother in this story, but also the family members and how it affects them, which this movie has characters that are actually pretty good, and I gave a shit about them. They actually weren't throwaway characters for the story that they wanted to kind of throw out there. They were carefully thought about. There was very meticulous scenes about certain things that would happen in a family that is dealing with dementia, and I enjoyed that. To me, it seems like a very classical approach to movie making, but with a sort of a modern flair to it, because in the third act, it gets really metaphorical in such a great physical way that I thought was really entertaining. And it kind of threw me for a loop a little bit and made me kind of wonder, how does this like connect 100%? And I figured it out. It's not that deep. Lately, I don't know what it is, guys. And like, I have nothing against anybody that feels this way. I'm a person who, I don't mind slow burns, and I enjoy them, especially if they pay off. This is a movie that pays off. There are some people these days that if they don't like slow burns. That's cool. I don't mind. Some people like classical music. Some people like hip hop. Some people, they actually like polka. Some people just like music, and that's the kind of person I am. I like music of all forms, or in this case, horror of all genres, all subgenres. I just really think that this movie does things that takes a viewer to places that, for me, I've never been and I've never seen in a film, and I thought was handled really well, especially for Natalie's debut film. Like, damn, dude, like you just made Australia proud. Like, this is a film from Australia, and man, this is some talent. Now, is it a movie that is 100% perfect? No. There was some things in it that I felt like could have been a little bit better. I would have liked to see a heartier second act. Although, you know, when you have this balance of trying to like let people get to know the characters and their struggles and what they're dealing with in dementia and all this other stuff, you might have to sacrifice some of that. And sometimes, you know, it's a real hard balance to kind of know what to cut. But I think they did a good job in this movie. Personally, it may not be 100% for me, and maybe that will affect my score. But I think for the most part, people will enjoy this. It's well above average. Great acting, great storytelling. They did some great shots, camera work. It is a little dark at times, but I think that kind of adds to the ambiance. The score is really good. But on a personal take and whether or not I watch this again and again, it's a little bit on the lower end on that. But I would probably give this movie an 8.5, maybe an 8. But it's leaning towards 8.5 because I'm very impressed. That third act really kind of brought me back. If you're into movies that have a message and don't mind slow burns, I think you'll enjoy this movie. It doesn't really kind of dole things out to you about what is exactly happening. And to me, that's perfectly okay. I really enjoy movies that do that because I think it kind of is the carrot on the stick sometimes without being too obvious, you know? Like, I don't want something to be completely obvious. I like it to slowly unravel. And you can tell by the way that this was written and directed that it isn't just some cheap film. So what did you guys think, though? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I've been seeing a lot of polarized opinions on it, and it really is kind of shocking to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you like slow burns? Do you not care if you don't like it? I mean, I understand we all have time and things that we want to spend on, but what did you think? Other than that, thank you so much for spending your time here with me. If this is your first time, please hit the like and subscribe button. We cover a myriad of different types of movies, not just slow burns, not just 80s movies, not just anything. We cover everything. If it's interesting to me, I'll watch it and I'll tell you about it. Thanks for coming by, and as always, long live the void.